So TMI. Hello everyone and welcome back to A Week in My Life. Happy Wednesday. I actually just got back from a vacation on Tuesday night. So last night, and we are officially back at home, getting back into the swing of things. Today, Wednesday, was actually my very first day that I started my new job. If you guys remember, I was promoted. Weird to say, weird to say, weird to say. My new role actually started on Monday, but technically I had PTO Monday and Tuesday already planned. Today, Wednesday, my first day back, is my first day starting my new marketing manager role. I was out of office, I was out of town. I went to New York for a long weekend with one of my friends, and it was the most amazing trip ever. I want to fully debrief the trip with you guys because I didn't vlog it. First of all, I find that not as many people really care about my travel vlogs, which is like valid. And number two, a vacation is supposed to be a vacation, and I find that when the entire time I'm thinking about like getting footage to film and to vlog and all of that stuff, I'm not like truly turning my brain off, enjoying myself. I do love to vlog, but I feel like on vacation it's different. It's more stressful than fun for me, whereas when I'm home it's more fun. So I decided I'm just going to take a true, real vacation on this trip, and it was the most amazing experience. I feel like it was truly one of the best vacations I've ever been on in my entire life. I had such a great time. I did get some footage for you guys, so I'm excited to like share that with you guys because I wanted to like bring you guys along, but like also in a way that wasn't the entire time all I was thinking about was I need to make sure I get vlog footage, because usually when I'm on vacation and vlogging, that's what it's like. Aside the point, I went out of town Friday night through Tuesday night. It was so much fun. I cannot wait to tell you guys all about it. Truly one of the best vacations, like I said, I've ever been on. However, I am exhausted. My brain was not functioning properly this morning because I just have such little sleep, but I'm feeling better. I've had a lot of caffeine today and we're kind of getting back. I want to like sleep for like 20 hours. That's not realistic, but that is my goal. That is my dream, because I really have not slept in a long time. I have not caught up on my sleep, and I kind of wish I would have taken one extra PTO day just to like sleep in and catch up on my sleep, but we'll get there. I'm just happy to be back. It's crazy to me that I now have a new role. I just feel like so much is going on in my life right now. This week I'm staying in town, and then the following week I'm out of town again. I think I've mentioned this, but every other week, pretty much until the end of summer, I have travel plans, which is crazy because when I started this year, I don't think I had any travel plans except for 2 work trips, and now it's bus club, nether club. Like, it's crazy. I have quite a bit I need to catch up on work today, which kind of stressed me out going into today. I'm actually really happy because I thought that I was going to have to be doing 3 roles at once. I just got promoted, so I have my new marketing manager role. They're still needing to backfill my marketing specialist role, which is my last role, so I'm technically doing both until we backfill it. And then I have a coworker who just left for paternity leave, and I raised my hand and volunteered and said I would love to take over his responsibilities because I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to learn a lot and put me in a good position to get promoted. Because when I raised my hand and volunteered, I did not know that I was going to be getting promoted. So all of that to say, I was like, oh my god, I am gonna be back for my trip. I was off for 2.5 days. I already have like that work to catch up on. Now I have 3 roles going on at once. I was like just kind of feeling a little overwhelmed and anxious starting the day, but I think since they knew that I was going to be doing my role and my new role, they found people to fill in for other parts of his paternity leave, so I'm like really thankful about it. I think I'll still be doing like a teeny tiny bit, but really it's not, the bulk of the work is not going to be me, which honestly very appreciative, because I was like, I don't know how I'm going to, having a normal life outside of it, doing YouTube, doing everything else, how am I gonna do this? But alas, we figured it out and I don't have to be doing it. One of my coworkers just messaged me and she was like, I would like to see pics from your trip, please and thank you. And I was like, oh my god, I would absolutely love to show you pictures from my trip, because that's like my only personality trait at the moment. It's the fact that I just went on this trip. It was so much fun. I want to give you guys a full recap. I keep saying it. I need to like honestly just like stop telling you that I'm going to give you a full recap and actually give you the full recap, but alas, we have things to do first. I'll tell you guys everything, and if you guys are going to New York, I highly recommend using it as a travel itinerary because it was the most efficient, wonderful trip. Like, we literally hacked the system, and I honestly think it was because we used AI, respectfully, because we put in all the things that we wanted to do, and then we said like, what is the best order to do this in, and like what areas will we be in to like maximize our time. Like, if we want to do this, what's closer that we can do next? What are other things in that area that we didn't even think of that we want to do? So it was just fantastic. I also feel like my friend that I went with, it was our first trip that we traveled together. Some people just like do not have similar travel styles, and ours were so compatible compatible, which was so nice. When we got home, we were like, wait, we kind of miss each other. What? Like, that was so fun. Like, we just, our sense of like timing and how we like to do things and how we like prepare and everything was just so compatible for traveling. And if you guys have ever traveled with someone who has not have a compatible travel experience to you or travel style to you, it makes the trip not fun. It makes it really hard. So I just think that everything went so right, and I think it put me in the best mood. So now I need to find the best photos to send to her, because I'm messaging her right now. Get ready for a spam of photos. The workday is over. I tried canceling my Pilates class, but unfortunately I missed the window to cancel and they were gonna charge me. So nothing convinced me to work out quite like a cancellation fee. Amazon, Gymshark. This is like the Whitney Simmons collab from years ago, like college time. So that's what we're wearing. But we're gonna go, and then that's all we're gonna do. Then we're gonna go home and sleep. Probably not. I'm gonna turn off all my lights. I really need to clean my house. I have my suitcase just like sitting right by my front door. All of these boxes that I need to recycle.
If you're using it,
Apologies for the air conditioning sound. It is hot. Hot. What temperature is my car? Doesn't tell me what temperature it is when I'm parked, which I think is, dare I say, weird. I don't know why. My heart is like still beating from my Pilates class because I literally just got in my car 5 seconds ago. Not even. I wasn't even fully sitting down when I pressed record. It's 99 degrees right now. It's in the hundreds this week, and it's probably not gonna go down from the hundreds until November. I think I am done with Pilates for now. I have a few more classes left on my little pack that I bought, but what happens is usually I wait to buy packs until they're on sale, and usually the timing of it works out perfectly because I'll buy a 20 pack and it'll be on sale, and I will only buy Pilates classes if they're on sale. I will not pay full price for them. There's another sale going on right now, and the way that I always time it like works out perfectly for me. Like right when I'm done with a pack, a new sale comes on. Like this is the Memorial Day sale that's going on. Oh, my car now says it's 104 degrees. I don't know why it tells me it later. Like why doesn't it tell me how hot it is when I first get in my car? I don't know. My car's 104 degrees. Back to my story. I got sidetracked. I don't think I'm going to buy another pack, and I'm just going to use up all my credits. I have, I think like 4 more credits left. I always buy 20 packs, so I have 4 more or so, and I think that I just want to start trying out different workout classes. I've been doing Pilates for a year and a half now, and I feel like I've had this like conversation so many times, and yet I continue doing Pilates. But number one, I feel like I've been doing it for so long that I should see more results. It is really unfortunate that like I feel like I'm finally starting to see results right now, but I feel like I'm starting to be over it. Like I'm not enjoying it as much. I find it kind of boring now, or I feel like I'm not challenging myself as much anymore because I just like don't find it enjoyable to challenge myself in classes anymore. I don't know. So I think that I'm going to use up all my credits and then try out a couple of different workout classes, and then if I decide, you know what, I do actually really like Pilates and that's my favorite workout class, then I'm gonna keep doing Pilates. And if I decide that I like lifting or Legree or spin or boxing or I don't know, something more, then I'm gonna do that. I feel like I want to find enjoyment out of exercise, and I just feel like I'm kind of bored and burnt out from this. So I think this is like the right time for me to try something new. But again, I'm gonna finish up all my classes. What was really frustrating, and I don't know if it's just the fact of me being in a routine, and when I go out of town it kind of ruins my routine, but I really love the classes that I like push myself to do the harder things. And I feel like recently I have not been pushing myself to do the harder things, and I think it's easier to push myself when I'm in a routine of doing it, and like I'm at home, I'm doing classes, I'm doing this. Then when I go out of town, I kind of get out of my routine, then I come back and I'm like, I don't feel as strong as I used to, or I'm still tired. Like I find excuses in my head, and I need to like figure out a way to stop doing that, considering I'm going to be traveling so much until the end of summer. Yeah, I did try a lifting workout class last week that I really liked, and so next week I'll go back to it because the workout class that I want to go to, I was like out of town for it. I found a Legree studio online. My friend really wants to try like F45, so I think that my friend and I are going to try out some together just because it's more fun to do it as a friend, or more fun to do it with a friend. And it's also like intimidating going to a workout class for the first time alone, but I'm trying to get over my fear of doing things alone. Actually, like I kind of mean it, but I also don't. Like I actually really enjoy doing, oh my god, my Pilates instructor is literally watching me vlog right now. She just walked out of the studio and she literally just saw me vlogging, and that was really awkward. Oh god. Didn't love that. That was humiliating. Like, made eye contact, and then she like made eye contact with the camera. I still really like her and I really like her classes. I feel like the workout in general is just not serving me the way that I want it to. And if I'm going to pay money for a workout class, I feel like it should. Okay, time to go. I'm going to start unpacking my suitcase, but I wanted to show you guys all the stuff that I bought from New York. Look at my hair, isn't it cute? Also, my super cute margarita pajamas. Ross, love. Okay, first of all, I was in the Lower East Side. We were going like vintage thrifting. Oh my god, I brought from dragging my suitcase. I used to be in really good like cardiovascular health. Not so much anymore. You know, when I was walking consistently, I was top tier endurance that I've ever been my whole life. Now it's just gotten hot and I've stopped walking, and now I'm like, whew, okay. Anyways, bringing it back in, reeling it back in. I got this really sick jacket. This is from the Vintage Twin. I need to save this for my junk journal. I'll show you guys all the stuff that I have, but I really want to start junk journaling. If you know what that is, it's like scrapbooking, but like with receipts and like little maps and just things that you kind of collect along the way. And I think this tag would be sick for my junk journal. So I got this vintage leather jacket. It's kind of like torn apart. It's the brand EMC. It's an extra large, and I love an oversized jacket. I obviously will not be able to wear this until winter time, but I have the coolest collection of leather jackets, and I thought this was like the perfect addition to it. It says 35 here. It's almost like a racing leather jacket, and then the back is pretty simple. It's long, and the inside, it's actually so warm because the inside is quilted. Oh, that will also be cool too, the sticker. I need to make sure I remember that. It's just so cool. It's a racer jacket. I got this for $75, which I think is a pretty good price. Like Princess Polly, their stuff for leather jackets like $100 and something. This vintage store that we went to, again called the Vintage Twin, they had some jackets that were like $300. So when I saw this was $75, it's probably because it's all like torn up and like beat up, but that's what I liked about it. And the guy that checked me out at the checkout station, he was like, oh, this is sick. And I was like, I know, I'm so excited. I feel like I need to sit, but I'm kind of like pretty low on the screen. I hope you don't mind. You're sitting on my, I'm like still out of breath. I got this book. There is this bookstore. It's called this Sweet Pickle Books. I actually, when I was in there, I realized that I had seen a TikTok about it like years ago, that when they opened or they had like, you know, a bring of popularity, people would like line up around the block to get pickles and to get books from this place, and it's still open. It's not that popular anymore. There were still plenty of pickles. I didn't end up getting pickles because I was scared they would break in my suitcase, and then pickle juice and pickles would be all over everything that I own. That literally sounds traumatic. So I ended up just getting this book. It's called The Western Civilization, and I simply got this book for decor. I am not reading this. I think the guy that was checking it out kind of thought that I was reading it, and I just kind of leaned into it, if I'm being honest. But I thought this book was so pretty, and I especially loved the spine. So one thing that I've been trying to do more so of, also, it has like stains all over the edges, which I just thought added more character to it. I would love to see all the other lives that this book had. They also gave me a bookmark. It says free more books, and then Sweet Pickle Books. It's on 47 Orchard Street if you guys are curious and want to check out the bookstore. My friend ended up getting a book that she actually intends on reading, but like I was about to say before, I cut myself off. I really want all my decor, or most of it at least, to kind of be a collection of like my travels or thrifting finds or things that mean something to me, have some type of meaning to them. A lot of the stuff that I have right now is like a mix of that, but also like Amazon, Target stuff. So I've been trying to kind of slowly but surely replace all of that stuff, or at least add to my collection of decor with stuff that I find on my travels. So although I'm not going to be reading this book, I mean, who knows, I might be really get into Western civilization. Paleolithic man to the emergence of European powers. Damn. I mean, cool. The body of historical knowledge is now so great and it's increasing as such, blah, 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 blah. Well, that's as far as I got. No, I'm just kidding. But I just really wanted everything that I have to have like some kind of like memory attached to it. So I got this one. I remember there was art that I got off Etsy somewhere in my house, but it was like from the year that my mom was born, like things like that. Like even though I bought it from Etsy, like there's still some reason and meaning behind getting it. And that is something that I've been wanting to make more of an effort. So I got this. I thought it was really cute. I literally lugged this book around New York for half a day, and they didn't give me a bag for it, obviously, because it's so heavy. It probably would have broken the bag. So my bicep and my forearm, I just felt like they got so strong from carrying this hefty book around the city everywhere I went. And then going into it, I also got some like tacky decor. First of all, I got this Statue of Liberty crown. This is not decor. I'm planning on being the Statue of Liberty for Halloween because I thought after I saw this it would be so funny, because I actually wanted to recreate a photo of me from when I was younger, and I had this crown on when I was younger, and I wanted to recreate it as an adult because I look different. I'm older now, and so I got that. And then since I had it, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring it home with me and make being the Statue of Liberty my Halloween costume. I got some tacky decor. This is a little taxi cab. I thought this was so cute. I saw this everywhere, like everywhere on every little side vendor and in every gift shop. And I kind of love having a collection of like kind of tacky touristy decor. Sue me. If you guys remember, I collect a lot of houses, like little teeny tiny figurine houses for my travels. Couldn't find any houses. Obviously that would have been so cool if I did find them on my trip. I also have like other tacky things. I don't like, tacky's not the right word, but like very touristy type of things. I kind of think it's camp and I kind of really love it. I have like a phone booth from London, the Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum. My goal one day is like when I'm like a real adult and I have like a house with a guest room and everything like that, to kind of have like a shelf or something of all my travels, probably travels with my husband as well, but just like a collection of all these. So I got this taxi cab, and my goal is to just, not my goal, my plan is to have it on my coffee table, and when I'm bored I can just like do this with it. I thought it was so cute. There was a couple different ones, and I loved like the checkered kind of like gingham on it, like the, you know, the typical taxi cab type of thing. I feel like they don't even have taxi cabs like this. Also the doors open, which I thought was really fun, but I just loved it and I thought it'd be great for my collection one day. Like I wanted some decor like the book that was like not on the nose, and some decor like this that was on the nose. I will say I always try to have my apartment decor to kind of fit like a certain vibe. These things never fit the vibe, and that's always like the one thing that I'm like fine with it. I also got a couple pairs of pajamas, so I ended up getting these. These are actually boxer shorts for men's, but I got them in a small, I think. Yeah, and so I'm just gonna wear them as pajama shorts. You guys know that I recently have been obsessed with pajama sets. I actually so unhealthily obsessed with pajama sets. It's my newest addiction, and I'm kind of happy about it because like I can wear pajamas more frequently than just like wearing regular clothes, because no one knows. I could wear the same thing every single night. No one will know. Anyways, you guys know that I love Reese's eggs. They unfortunately didn't have anything Reese's egged themed because you know that season is over, but I got some Reese's pajama shorts, and then I got a little, this is so funny, I Heart New York like pajama top to go with it. Just a simple top, but I was like, I'm gonna make it into a pajama set, and I love that it said New York because it just kind of will remind me of my trip. I also got another pajama set, which I'm like, wow, I really went overboard on the pajama sets. I got two, but two is overboard. Side note, these were the pajamas I packed. So stinking cute. I still need to fully unpack, but I had them in my pajama little packing cube. So from the M&M store, I ended up getting these. Again, in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna wear pajamas anyways. I might as well get some that remind me of like a fun trip. And the M&M store had so many pajama sets, it was insane. There were some that were really cute and had like New York themed like M&M pajama shorts. The top was really ugly. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get this one. They had one for every color, and I was trying to get my friend to match me and get her favorite M&M color. She didn't want to, and I was like, that's okay. I think I'm still gonna get this though. Blue is not necessarily my favorite M&M color. I would say it's more red, but I don't think they had a red in my size. So this is just a simple blue top with a blue M&M on it, and then the real star are the pajama pants, little shorts, and have the blue little M&M guy. I kind of wanted to get yellow because I do love a peanut M&M, but I do have this yellow pajama set, and I was like, I feel like they look almost identical, yellow stripes. Like I don't need a million of the same pajama. And I'm saying that as if I'm looking down and I have a blue striped pair of pajama pants. I forgot about those and I literally brought them on the trip. But I thought they were so cute. It's so funny, like this guy, this M&M is like posing. Like he's doing one pose where he's literally like this. You can't see it, like, so he's like this. He's doing another pose where he's like this. What else is he doing? He's doing this pose. This pose. Like, I just think it's so funny. He's just so cool. Anyways, and these also have shorts, which I thought was really fun. So I got some pajama sets. I don't think I got anything else. I think that was all. Just the book. Yeah, and like all that. Okay, so I also wanted to show you guys the other stuff that I got that I didn't pay for, or that I kind of technically paid for, but like indirectly. So I really want to start junk journaling. My friend and I wanted to start scrapbooking, or she wanted to start scrapbooking, I wanted to start junk journaling, and I was like, this is perfect. We can kind of like do this together as a hobby. She actually is, I feel so bad for her. She came home last night and then is on a work trip today, like left for another work trip. I was like, you stronger than I am, because I'm struggling and I'm at home. I can't imagine like back-to-back trips. She's a trooper. I think some people are better at like traveling and like not needing to be as like such a homebody. Some people like me are not as good at it, but she's seriously amazing. I don't know how she does it. But since I want to start junk journaling, I collected a ton of stuff. First thing I collected is some laxatives, because I can never shit when I travel. That was actually a joke, but I did just see them in my suitcase. And I don't know about you guys, but I literally get so constipated on my trips. I had to buy laxatives, and the laxatives barely worked. So TMI. First of all, little M&M bag that I thought could be cute to kind of cut up. So if you don't know what junk journaling is, I kind of explained it earlier, but like you can like cut these things out and kind of add it to a scrapbooking type page. And I was just keeping everything. I have some little matches. We went to a steakhouse called Gallagher's. We wanted to have a dinner to kind of celebrate like us. Like I recently got promoted. She also got promoted a little bit earlier on, and we just kind of wanted like something to be like, have a dinner where we could just like celebrate how proud we are of ourselves and all the progress that we made stuff. Yeah, I feel like this is me kind of going over my trip now, but I'll explain it to you as more in chronological order. But I have a playbill from The Great Gatsby. We went to see The Great Gatsby and I was so in love with it. It was an incredible play. I had no idea that Sarah Hyland from Modern Family was playing the lead. She was Daisy, and then Ryan McCartan, who I think was on Liv and Maddie apparently. I'm like just like slightly too old for Liv and Maddie. But he was, I was gonna say he was Leonardo DiCaprio. So good, such a good play. And I thought there were so many things in here that I could like steal for my scrapbook. This is from the Met. We have our little map, the New York Public Library, the visitor guide. I also have treasures in the New York Public Library. And then I have a ton of receipts. So many receipts. I have like my bagel orders. I have my luggage tag. When we went to the Empire State Building, they give you postcards, and the postcards are like how you get your photos. It's like a photo ticket thing, which I thought was so smart to put it on a postcard. Let's see, what else do I have? Like I said, my luggage tags. I also got 2 from the Empire State Building because I went in twice because I had a ticket that let you go in during the day and then also let you go in for free at night of the same day. So we went in twice. It was so cool. Oh, my receipt like for the Met. That was so cool. I have my Met ticket. I have my like little Hershey's ticket. Oh, this is the thing from Gallagher's, the steakhouse. They give you your receipt in. I thought this was so cool. These are all like people who used to go to Gallagher's back in the day. I have another one. This is from Top the Rock. My little tag from my pajamas. Like I just have the most random things in here, but I think it is going to make the most epic scrapbook. I'm so excited. I need to go through all my photos and choose like what photos I want, but I am so excited. I've been wanting to scrapbook for a really long time. I feel like there's a lot of hobbies that I've been wanting to get into. Another hobby I really want to get into is embroidery. I think that will be such a fun hobby. I bought some stuff for that. I just like haven't done it yet. So I actually need to get on top of that. Another hobby, my friend and I are going to take a cooking class. We wanted to look at the reviews before we ended up actually purchasing the cooking class, and I was looking them up tonight and they looked amazing. So when she gets back from her trip, we're gonna book that. Life is so fun doing it with your friends. Like when you're in your 20s and you're not in a relationship, like your life is so much surrounded by your friends. So much fun. I just feel like I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. I think this is the first time in my entire life where I just feel very fulfilled by every area of life. I've talked about this a few times. I think going on this trip just kind of made me realize once again, like I'm so lucky to be living my life the way that I'm living it right now, because I haven't always had this much fun. I'm happy to be here. Okay, I am procrastinating unpacking so much, but I need to do it. You know what? Let's just keep talking. Like, what do we have to lose? The thing is, I don't want to unpack right now, but I know if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to. I was gonna say, I was trying to start linking all my outfits for you guys in LTK, and I was like, I should just do that right now. But no, Keegan, you need to unpack. Last time, me forever. The next trip that I'm going on, I'm really excited for. I'm going to Iowa. If you guys don't know, all of my extended family on my mom's side lives in Iowa. My mom grew up there. That's like where we spent like all of our, not spent all of our summers, but every summer we would go there for like a week or so and visit my grandma. And so we are going there and we are going to see quite a bit of my family. Not all of them are able to make it. The older you get, the harder it is to kind of coordinate all those things. I think I'm going to return this dress. I really love it. I got it from Abercrombie. My camera battery died, which to me is always a good sign that I need to change my angle. But I got this dress from Abercrombie for my trip. It just didn't end up working out for me to wear it. I didn't have anywhere to wear it to, and I like it, but I don't think I love it enough, so I'm thinking of returning it since I didn't wear it. I also brought this dress that I really, it was just not New York vibe, so I didn't have anywhere to wear it to. So we're visiting my grandma and my cousins and everyone that can make it. After that, I'm visiting my best friend in her new city that she moved to for work. I saw this TikTok the other day that was like, vacations growing up is really just taking PTO to go visit your friends who moved to different cities and seeing the way they live their lives. And I am so excited for her. She was like, what kind of like things do you want to do while we're there? Like what kind of touristy attractions? And I was like, the tourist attractions that I want to do while I'm there is going to every place that you go to, meeting all of the celebrities, aka your friends, your new friends. Like I want to see the way you live your life. That to me is like the most touristy attraction that I am looking forward to. I cannot wait. It is so hard to be like long distance with your friends. Something that I'm still learning how to do, but we'll get there eventually and figure it all out. It's so much harder than I thought it would be. It's like, what do you mean we can't just go run an errand together? Like, what do you mean we have to like literally schedule a time to FaceTime? At the same time, that is what growing up is, and every friendship will have different phases of friendship, just like different phases of life. I'm almost done. Once again, I don't really want to unpack, and so I'm considering just like leaving my suitcase and some of the stuff in here, and I know I shouldn't do that, but I think I'm going to. Yeah, let's do it. And we move it to the other side of the bedroom so I don't trip on it, and so that means I can put it off until later. Woo! So win in my book. I feel like I've been like lacking kind of cleaning motivation recently. I think going to New York, I will say, I think it made me a little bit more of a clean freak, because I obviously like I wash my hands and like whatever. I've never been someone who's like is very aware of like germs and dirt and what I could possibly be touching. Like I know people who, when they go outside their house, when they come in, the first thing they do is wash their hands. I've never been like that. I'll like wash my hands when I go to the bathroom, when my hands are dirty or things like that. But I don't wash my hands every time I go outside. And I feel like being in New York, I was like, oh wow, a lot of people touch this subway. I should probably wash my hands when I get home. And I think it's turning me into someone who not only does that in New York, but does that like everywhere I go, even in my hometown or my town that I live in now. But I think it has made me kind of like be more aware of germs, which I don't know if that's growing up or what, but I'm starting to be grossed out by things I wasn't always grossed out by. Okay, I think that's good enough for the day for unpacking. I think I'm gonna try to go to bed early, like I said, and hopefully we can do all of our laundry and finish unpacking and everything. It's hard because it's like I don't want to put my suitcase away because I'm gonna go out of town again soon. Hello and happy Thursday. I am using this hair mask. It's by Matrix. It's called Insecure Build a Bond. I've never used this before, but I feel like I used a lot of heat on my hair this past weekend. I feel like I don't typically use heat on my hair just because I work from home, so I don't like, you know, need to look so presentable. I mean, I look presentable, but you know what I mean. I don't need to put heat on my hair because I feel like you can kind of get away with a little bit more when you're remote. So I kind of wanted to just do a hair mask and let some like hair products sit in my hair and just soak up. I thought I would debrief you guys about finally my New York trip and just kind of give you guys all the details of the itinerary, everything we did, everything we saw, and it was literally incredible, like the trip of a lifetime. We left Friday afternoon and got there Friday night because we are, I guess the Southwest is technically what we are. We lost 3 hours, so we got there pretty late at night, and when we got there, everything was like closed. Well, not everything was closed, but a lot of restaurants and things like that were closed. We ended up getting dessert, and then we just like walked around Times Square. There was never once on the entire trip where I felt unsafe. There was always people around, which made me feel like better. I think that if we were to be walking on the streets and only like one man was around or something like that, I would feel a little bit more paranoid. But since there's people everywhere, I never felt unsafe, not once. I also felt like the city was so clean, the subways were so user-friendly. Like, it was just all around such an amazing trip, and I really enjoyed New York a lot. Then we went to bed. Very first day, first we walked around Central Park. We walked through Central Park to get to the Met. We walked around the Met Museum, saw everything. We were staying in Midtown, which I think was like the perfect location, because literally Midtown, the middle of Manhattan, I think. I don't know why I'm washing my face if I'm gonna shower soon. I need to not do that. Walked to Central Park, through the Met. We saw this one statue, and it's called short hair cheese. It's literally like a block of Swiss cheese with human hair on it. It was so freaking weird, but we just like turned it into like a meme the entire trip. It was so funny. On the way home, we were actually hysterically laughing about what we call hairy cheese, and there was literally people around us that were dying laughing because we were laughing so hard on the plane ride home about it. We ate a street dog on the Met steps, very Blair Waldorf, very Gossip Girl. Then we kind of like walked around the Upper East Side a little bit, got some coffee. We went to the top of the Rock, which I think was my favorite place in terms of view. If you're gonna go for like one place, like whether it's the Empire State Building or anything like that, I feel like the top of the Rock, which is the top of Rockefeller Center, had the best views and the best way to like take photos of it, because it was like a glass screen rather than like a fence. Then we actually met up with my friend Lauren, and then my friend who was there had some friends from New York, so it was perfect timing. We all like kind of got a big table, yapped, caught up. We were there for like 3 hours or so. We were there for a really long time. And then we went back, we went to the Empire State Building for that view at sunset. We got dinner afterwards. We went to a psychic. We actually went to 3 psychics while we were there. I feel like I'm like 40-60 on believing in psychics. Like I think I 60% believe in them, 40% don't. Well, maybe the other way around. I feel like the 40 and 60 change on a daily basis, but I am 40-60 on it. And then we actually went back to the Empire State Building because we did this thing called a city pass, which if you're going to go to New York or any kind of like touristy area, I totally recommend it, because we were able to get a bunch of different passes for different things for a much cheaper price doing it all together than if we were to buy them individually. So I'm so glad we found it. It's literally an app called City Pass. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. We did a ton of things. Like we did Top of the Rock, we did the Empire State Building, we did, I'll get there, but we did like the Statue of Liberty, all of these things through it. So it was a really great deal. The Empire State Building, I actually preferred the view at night versus during the day. I thought it was so pretty. We just loved walking around the town as well. The next day we woke up bright and early and we went to the 9/11 Memorial Museum. That was also through City Pass. And then we walked to the loading zone for the Statue of Liberty, took a ferry over there. I recreated some photos of me doing the Statue of Liberty, like I said, like the Statue of Liberty like pose from when I was younger. So funny. I feel like I'm speeding through this. What else did we do? That was like a crazy day. Like we did so many things. Then we walked around Wall Street, we walked around Little Italy, Chinatown. I got the best pad thai in my entire life at a place in Little Italy. It was so good. I was like, after my first bite, I was like, this is the best pad thai I've ever had. We went back and we actually had tickets to a Broadway play. We saw The Great Gatsby, which Sarah Hyland, like I said, was Daisy, and I had no idea, and I was so excited when I found out it was her. I love Modern Family. It's like one of my favorite shows, and I love her as an actress and also just like as a person, like advocacy that she does. I just think she's incredible. So I was like, oh my god, Sarah Hyland, I get to see her in real life, and I didn't even realize it. Was that day that we did that? I need to look through my camera roll. I feel like we did so much in such a short period of time. Like all my days are getting so blurred together. We also went to Cornelia Street, which it's like a Taylor Swift location, Electric Lady Studios, Washington Square Park, the New York Public Library, Bryant Park. We had a really nice fancy dinner, like I said. Walked around Times Square again. The very last day we had a half day, so we went thrifting in the Lower East Side. We went to Soho to kind of walked around, and then we went inside Grand Central Terminal. We like kind of rode the subway through Grand Central Terminal, but we went actually inside the very last day. Got some sandwiches. I got the sandwich that was like literally the size of my whole upper body. It was insane. And then we flew home. I feel like I'm giving you guys the very spark notes of it, but it was just such an amazing trip. We did so much. I like refreshed is not the word that I would say that I feel after this trip, because obviously like I'm still catching up on my sleep and everything, but I just feel like trips like that make me feel so inspired, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like it just makes me feel so alive again. I don't know about you guys too, but every single time I'm on a vacation and I get home, I'm like, I want to improve my life. I want to do this. 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 There was actually, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna follow through with this, and I wouldn't be surprised if I don't actually follow through with it, but I would like to. There was a 5K going on when we were leaving the 9/11 memorial, and it was kind of right by that area, by the World Trade Center was where the finish line was, and we were seeing the people who like finished first, which was really cool. And I kind of was like, I feel like I'd like to run a 5K. Never in my life have I ran. The most I've ever ran in one sitting is a mile for PE when I was like in high school and junior high. I've never ran. I think a 5K is like 3 point something miles, and in my mind I'm like, that's not that much. Like I walk 5+ miles usually every day, not so much anymore now that it's too hot, but I was like, I feel like I could kind of do that. But at the same time, I've never really ran. Running is different than walking. If I don't follow through with it, I'll be fine with it, because it's kind of one of those things where it's like a passing idea of like, I want to do that. Do you actually put any effort towards doing it? No. But if I end up doing it, maybe that'll be like a 2-year-long goal. But I kind of want to get into running, but like very short distances. In my mind, 3 miles is not even a short distance. In my mind, 3 miles is a long distance, but I get nervous about it. But I saw that and I was like, I feel like I should try it. So I was like looking up like couch to 5K programs. It's just hard because the timing of it is like the worst possible timing, because I can really only do it on a treadmill, and running on a treadmill is not nearly as enjoyable as running outside. It's already 100-something degrees. I walked outside to throw my trash away and I was like dripping in sweat for like the 1.2 seconds I was out there. But I am open to trying it. I feel like it would be cool. I don't know. I have no interest in actually starting to try it right now, but maybe in the future. I cleaned up my house a wee bit. One thing that I actually did was I moved my couch a little bit more this way, which I feel like makes my house feel so much bigger. I will say, what I had to do is move my coffee table a little bit more here and this a little bit more here. Eventually, I would like to get a new couch, and I want to get one that's not nearly as deep, because this thing is so deep, especially this. Like, I just feel like this is so unnecessary and takes up a ton of room, but I had this couch obviously beforehand, so it might be like a little bit more crowded, but I don't go in this area too much. Like, the most I'll do is sit on the couch, obviously, just to watch TV, but I feel like I'm like constantly like walking through this or sitting on my bar stools or something like that, and I feel like it just kind of opened up the space so much more, made this walkway bigger, which just makes it feel less kind of crowded and overwhelmed in here. I also added my decor. I think I kind of want to put like this here. I was also thinking it could be cool like down here maybe. What if I put like all my little like knickknacks down here? I just kind of had this thought. That could be kind of cool if I did it right. If you guys remember, I have like a ton of like little knickknacks, things like that. And then I added the book right here with this black vase on top. I think it looks super cool because I just love the spine of it. I think it's so fun. I'm also really happy to report that my sourdough starter is in fact alive. I fed it last night and I woke up, it was up here. I'm not planning on making any sourdough. Simply, I just don't need any this week, but I'm happy that it did not die while I was out of town, because I had put it in the fridge. So it's a great life hack to put it in the fridge. But I still have like a few more cleaning things I need to do, but I feel much better. I had like a ton of boxes over there yesterday and I recycled all of them, so I feel much better. I'm going to have to shower and wash this out of my hair soon. I think one thing that I want to do really quickly is just separate my laundry, because I have all of my laundry in this one bin and I like to separate it between like lights and colors. And I'll probably have to do my laundry, I was wanting to do it today, but it might have to be tomorrow task.